Don't put that juju on me. Like I don't want no parts. I have spent way more money than I usually do, but hey guys, it's Thomasina. Happy Sunday. So this week I decided to do yet another what I spend in a week in New York City video. You guys really liked the first one, and some of you were pretty shocked about how little I spend in a week. I don't know if this week's gonna be the same case, but you guys know I don't like spending my own money, so I'm definitely gonna try. As you guys know, New York City is one of the most expensive cities in the world, and it can be pretty tough to maintain and sustain, I guess, a decent lifestyle here in the city, but I feel like I've adapted a pretty reasonable budget that allows me to live comfortably and still enjoy most of what the city has to offer. Like, I don't really have many complaints about the cost of living here just because I feel like I have a pretty solid budget. So first things first on my list, I am getting a facial. When I first moved to New York, I was getting facials at least once a month. My skin cleared up, so I thought, oh, like maybe I don't need to spend money on facials anymore. I was wrong. So I am going to start back with my monthly facials. Hopefully I can be consistent with it, and hopefully I can consistently be able to afford it, because it's not the cheapest thing in the world, but the esthetician that I go to is one of the cheapest that I found in the city thus far. That's why I've been going to her for the past 3 years, ever since I moved up here. I don't know if you guys can see it now, but I will show you guys a close-up of my skin. As you can see, I am breaking out, and I've literally been breaking out pretty much this entire year of 2022. There was maybe like a brief stint of clear skin after I saw my dermatologist, but after that, it's flaring up again. I'm gonna go get a facial today, and then I'm gonna go see my dermatologist tomorrow because I have got to figure this out. People always tell me, oh, like your skin is not that bad, like I don't even notice until you bring it up, but like honestly it is an insecurity of mine, and I just want to have clear skin. Once you've experienced clear skin, it's really hard to go back to having acne, and it's just like the most frustrating thing in the world. So I'm really trying to figure out and pinpoint what is causing my acne so I can clear it for good. But if you see me in person, you can see that the texture of my skin is not smooth. I have like these tiny little bumps that are underneath the surface of my skin that like literally no amount of exfoliation can get rid of them. And then I have like these more painful bumps that are also under the surface of my skin. So I don't know if it's clogged pores, I don't know if it's the products that I'm using. I change my skincare routine every time I feel like something's not working. Maybe that's the problem, maybe I just need to stick to one thing. I don't know. We're gonna get to the bottom of it, and hopefully I can finish out this year with clear skin and move into 2023 with just a clean slate. Anyways, it's a rainy day in the city. I've been in my apartment all weekend. I think there's a hurricane passing through, so I'm gonna go out, get my facial, and shoot back to my apartment because I ain't got time to be being out in the rain. Facial, and basically what she told me is that my skin is very dry because of the products that I've been using, and so my skin is basically overcompensating from all of the natural oils I've been sucking out of my face because of all the products that I'm using, and now it's like overproducing oils, and that's why that is her prediction as to why I've been breaking out so much, even though I'm using products that are for acne prone skin. I recently started using this face wash. It is a salicylic acid cleanser. She recommended that I put a pause on using this for now, just because I am using azelaic acid gel and tretinoin, and both of these products are drying and for healing acneic skin, but in combination with the salicylic acid, oh my god, in combination with that face wash, is just too drying. So she recommended that I just use a gentle cleanser instead, of gentle foaming cleanser. Don't have a foaming cleanser at the moment, so I'm just gonna keep using this one until I run out, and then eventually upgrade to a new one. She told me to decrease the amount of products that I'm putting on my face. I have an appointment with my dermatologist tomorrow, so we will see what she says as well, to kind of see if what my esthetician and what my dermatologist are suggesting match up, because your girl needs some answers. Like, I'm so over my skin looking at this. And if you can look, you can see now my skin is a bit inflamed because she did do hella extractions on my skin, and so those spots are just a little bit swollen, but it usually goes down within a day. But I've been going to her for 3 years since moving to New York, been going to the same person, and she is so thorough, literally the most thorough facial I've ever gotten in my life, and that's why they will continue to get all my money. So already I've spent about like $146. I swiped my card for the train twice, and then I paid for my facial, which was $140. And it is the start of the month, which means I had to go grocery shopping. I usually do 2 bulk orders a month for my groceries. I feel like I don't grocery shop as much as like the average New Yorker, so that definitely helps my budget a little bit. You know, always gotta have Instacart. Literally, this video is not sponsored, but I am obsessed with Instacart, especially because it's rainy in the city. Like, who wants to go grocery shopping when it's gross outside? Like, I don't remember the last time I went grocery shopping in person. I just always order everything on Instacart. But I placed an order today. It should be delivered by 6. I don't know what the total of my order will be just yet. I never know what the total is until they completely finish shopping, because sometimes they don't find some of the things that I requested, or sometimes I have to replace an item that may be more expensive or may be cheaper. So I never really know what the final cost is until they are done shopping completely. So I will let you guys know when I get my order to see what the damage is, to see how much I spent. So my shopper was able to find everything in my cart, and my total ended up being $90.15. This includes the cost of my groceries, the taxes, the tip, and the additional service fee that Instacart charges. Today was also laundry day. Thankfully, our machines aren't as expensive as a lot of the other buildings. Each load is $1.85, so I ended up doing 2 loads in the washer, and then I combined those 2 loads and ran the dryer once. Just wanted to hop on here and do a quick cost breakdown for day 1. Today is Sunday, and so far, $241.20 for day 1. I'm like shocked right now because that is a lot for me. I usually spend $0 like every day, but because it is the beginning of the month, that's when I do my grocery shopping. That's when I usually pay all my bills. So rent, my phone bill, all those things. I usually just knock them out at the beginning of the month so that I am more free to do what I want with my money throughout the rest of the month. So it kind of makes sense that I did spend a lot of money today, but we shall see what the rest of the week looks like. Good morning, guys. Happy Monday. If you're like, oh my god, she looks exhausted, you are 100% correct. I had to wake up at like the butt crack of dawn to get ready to go to the dermatologist, and I didn't get to bed until like 2 in the morning because I started a new series, which was not smart of me. Like I mentioned yesterday, today I am going to the dermatologist because my skin has really just been fluctuating for pretty much this entire year, and I really need to get to the bottom of why it's doing that. I feel like I have a pretty healthy diet. Every now and then I do slip up and eat cheese, but at this point I've cut out all dairy, cold turkey, at least for the next 3 months, to really try to get my skin as clear as possible. I'm in this phase of life of doing better, being better, looking better, and part of that is having clear skin. I'm not sure how much it's going to cost because I do provide my insurance, but every now and then if I do an extra service, I will have to pay that out of pocket. The last time I went to the dermatologist earlier this year, I did get some stuff injected into my face to kind of take down my inflamed bumps, and that was like $200. So we shall see what they suggest I get today. I'm not sure. This beanie is not it, you guys. But I just got back from my dermatologist appointment, and I literally almost cried in there. Like, I was just so frustrated. If you guys have been watching my videos for a while, you know, like, my acne is like one of my biggest insecurities. And it's not even the fact that like I feel like I'm ugly, or like I feel like other people think that I'm ugly with acne. I just don't like having it on my face. Like, I just want to live life with clear skin most of the time, and I have dealt with this for like my whole life pretty much. And it's just so frustrating when you go to see a specialist and it seems like they are barely even doing their job. So I was like, I usually go to this dermatology practice, like this is the one that I've been going to since moving to New York, but I usually see one specific dermatologist, but he travels so much and he's like all over the place, so sometimes it's really hard to get an appointment with him if you don't book it like 3 months in advance. This one was kind of last minute because the breakout that I'm currently having was just taking too long to go away, so I was like, all right, let me book an appointment finally. And when I attempted to book, he was not available, so I had to book with another physician under him. And her reviews were great. I always check the reviews because I ain't got time. But yeah, her reviews were great, so I'm thinking, okay, like this is gonna be a good visit. You guys, I go in, she looks at my skin for like 0.2 seconds, and it's like, yeah, we can just up the dosage of what you already have. And yeah, the skincare regimen, because I showed her the picture of all the products that I'm using, she's like, your skincare regimen is like, it seems like it's good, like it's fine. And I'm like, girl, obviously it's not fine. I keep coming back for the same issue, so obviously I'm doing something wrong. I need you to tell me like what products I need to be using. And she's like, yeah, like I don't see anything wrong with the products that you're using. And I'm like, okay, well, we gotta figure out what the issue is, because like I'm not breaking out for like no reason. I've experienced stints of clear skin, so like why do I keep breaking out? Like, I don't want to keep, I'm not someone who takes medication unless I like really have to, and it is super inconvenient for me to continuously be upping my dosage of these medications without really understanding what's causing my acne in the first place. Like, is it hormonal? Is it dietary? Is it, you know, my skin is producing like too much oils? Like, what's the problem? So I keep asking her all these questions and stuff because she's not giving me anything. I'm literally having to like pull information out of her to the point where like I start like tearing up because I'm like so frustrated. And so before she like starts to inject the stuff into my face, she can sense that I'm like agitated or whatever. She's like, do you have any other questions for me? And I'm like respectfully, I just feel like you really did not examine my skin, and I'm not satisfied with the answers that you're giving me. And she's like, oh, well, like I understand your frustration, like I totally get it. Like, acne is not something that can be cured overnight. I really think that that upping your dosage of these medications will like help, and if not, you know, you just come back and see us and we'll figure it out from there. And like at this point, I still was not satisfied with her service, with her response, with her explanations, but I didn't feel like going back and forth, and I was just so frustrated. I was just like, inject the stuff in my face so I can go home. I can never remember what the actual medication is that she injects in my face, but it's not Botox, because when I posted it on Instagram, everybody thought I had Botox. I did not get Botox. I'm literally like 2 years old. I don't need Botox. The only thing that I spent today was $2.75 twice for taking the train there and back. It is really cold outside. I was gonna go to an event tonight, but I don't know if I'm gonna make it. I'm gonna try to make it. Like, I'm gonna force myself to go, but it's honestly so cold. Like, I really don't even feel like going. But we shall see. We shall see if I end up talking myself out of it or if I actually show up.
3 hours later.
Alright, hey guys. So I just finished getting ready. I am going to an event tonight. It's cold and rainy outside and I really don't want to go, but I have been prioritizing my social life lately. And so I told myself I need to go, I need to get out, and I need to meet at least one new person. So I'm going to a Bumble in real life event. If you guys are not familiar, Bumble is a dating app, but outside of just dating, you can also meet friends and potential business partners. But anyways, Bumble has started hosting in-person events in different cities just to give people the opportunity to get off the apps and meet people in person. So far, I've been to 2 of their events. Both have been free. The first one was a roller skating event at Flippers, and it was so much fun. The second one was at a bar in Williamsburg, I think. Wasn't as much of a turnout. There weren't as many people there, but I met like 4 new people and exchanged contact information. So that was a success in my eyes. And today, this one is going to be at kind of like a bar and small bites place in Hudson Yards. I think it's called like Anna's Eatery or something like that. But the event is free, so they'll have free drinks and free like little small bites. So I'm excited. One, I don't have to spend any money, and 2, I get the chance to meet new people. So we shall see how it goes. Spending any money. Well, I paid $2.75 for the train there and back, so I spent a total of $5.50. But the event itself is free. We got free drinks and free little mini bites things, so that was good enough for me. The event was alright. I didn't stay as long. Usually I'll stay the entire time because I end up meeting people that I end up talking to the entire time. Tonight was a little different. Everyone there was much older. Granted, I can talk to anyone, whether you're younger or older, but like 95% of the people there were older. So I don't know if I like missed the memo on like the age specifications or what. Maybe it was because we were in the Hudson Yards area and like, I don't know, maybe like a lot of older professionals just got off work and decided to come to the event. I don't know what was going on, but there were not a lot of people my age. And I had a couple of conversations with older women there that were just a little bit off-putting surrounding the dating space and the dating realm. If you guys have been watching me for a long time, you know that I have worked very hard to change my personal narrative surrounding dating in New York City. There are so many negative things that people say about the experience of dating in New York City and the men in New York City, and I had to work very hard to kind of mute that out and like just ignore all those things and shift my mindset to be more positive. And from doing that, I've had a lot more amazing dating experience, and literally every guy that I've met thus far has been great. Obviously I have not yet met the one, but great experiences across the board. And so there were a couple of women that I met at tonight's event that just put or like they attempted to really shift my mindset to be something negative, and I just wasn't rocking with that. So that kind of put a bad taste in my mouth. Like no offense to them, no hard feelings to them, you know, if their experiences have been vastly negative, like I'm so sorry to hear that, but don't try to like, don't put that juju on me. Like I don't want no parts. But I am proud of myself for going in the first place. It is cold in New York, it is raining in New York, there's a freaking hurricane passing through, and I still decided to go out and socialize, and I think that was a step in the right direction. And I also met one of the guys that I had met at a previous event at this event tonight, so we talked for a little bit too, so that's always nice to see a familiar face. If you guys use Bumble, if you're Bumble users and they host events in whatever city you're based in, I highly recommend attending, whether you're looking for a romantic partner, whether you're looking for friendships, or whether you're just looking to network and build potential business partners. Definitely worth going. You meet some of the most amazing people, and it's usually always a good time. I'm pretty sure I'm not gonna leave my apartment tomorrow and the next day because it's supposed to be raining all day, and there's nothing worth me leaving my apartment for the next 2 days. So maybe I'll check in with you guys on Thursday. Hello beautiful people, happy Thursday. I'm surprised that I knew what day it was. But I went to the gym this morning and I haven't changed yet because I'm about to go for a very long walk, so I figure I'm gonna get sweaty again anyways, no need to change my entire outfit. I have to go to the library to print out the shipping label for this. I have to send this back out, so I'm gonna go to the library, print and then go to the post office and drop this off. And yeah, then I'm gonna come home and work for a bit. I'm going to like the pre-grand opening for a new art exhibit on 5th Ave. I'm really excited about because I'm gonna bring you guys with me, but that's not until later tonight, so I will check in with you guys once I start getting ready for that. Finally finished getting ready. Barely beat my face. I put on some mascara and concealer per usual. I wish I could give you guys an entire outfit reveal, but we know how that works. I hate the fact that you can see my shadow, but I've been playing too many games, you guys. I waited to the last minute to try to get ready for this event, and now I'm like scrambling all over the place. But tonight I got invited to the opening preview of a new art exhibit or art installation by Alexa Mead. It's gonna be in Manhattan on 5th Ave, and I'm really excited. My friend is coming with me, so you guys may get a sneak peek of him. I don't really think he likes being on camera like that, so it may just be just me tonight. I was like fumbling around with my camera setup to be able to show you guys a full outfit, so I will insert what my full outfit looks like, but I'm just wearing a bodysuit, off the shoulder bodysuit with a tweed mini skirt, giving a little bit of Chanel action, some tights, and my calf pleather boots. This tweed skirt also has a tweed top to go with it, but I feel like the tweed like overcoat is just overkill, and it's kind of giving like baby girl vibes. So instead of wearing the actual matching coat, I'm going to wear my blazer, which I don't know where it is now. But yeah, just gonna wear the blazer with it instead. So yep, this is the final look. And I will check in with you guys once we get there. Alright guys, so I'm back home. It's about 12 at night, and I totally forgot to do a price check-in with you guys. It was such a cute vibe, definitely Instagram worthy. We had a lot of fun, and shout out to my friend for taking all of my photos and videos. That was definitely out of his realm. It was an influencer specific preview before the grand opening tomorrow, so there were a ton of influencers there, everybody taking pictures, like tripods everywhere, just pictures and video, like, and he is not used to that. That was like his first influencer experience, so I am glad we made it through the night. He did not complain, not one bit, and he is absolutely amazing for that. I feel like this week I am definitely spending more than what I normally do, so I feel like it's racking up, and we still haven't gotten through the weekend, so we shall see how much I spend. We shall see how much I spend over the weekend. Oh my goodness. Hey guys, happy Friday. Today I am going to get my eyebrows done, and I have to pick up my prescriptions. I went to the dermatologist earlier this week, and they put me on some new medications, so we shall see how these work with my skin. And once my skin like completely clears up, then I'm gonna do an updated skincare routine to kind of show you guys what actually helped. But yeah, I'm not gonna take the subway today. I'm just going to walk to all of my destinations, I guess. There's a party tonight that I could go to solo, and it's free. If it's free, it's for me. But I'm honestly not like a solo party goer for the most part. I asked one of my friends if she could go, but she has to work early in the morning, so she can't. And then my other party friend has plans this weekend, so I don't know if I want to show up by myself. I would probably have a good time if I go alone, but I kind of just want to chill, but I know that if I don't make plans, then I'm just gonna have FOMO and like probably be laying in bed annoyed tonight. So I don't know, I need to figure out something that's like low cost but still enjoyable. So I just got my eyebrows done. They look so much better, but for some reason this eyebrow just like stops growing, so it's like half a brow. I don't know what's going on there. We've literally been trying to grow it out for as long as I can remember, really. I don't know, that one just does not grow for some reason. But I totally forgot, the place that I go to for my eyebrows gives these little cards where each time you come they like sign off on it, and on like maybe like the 10th time or something like that, the 10th or the 12th time is your free one. So today was actually my free one, so I just tipped her and that was about it. So that was good. Spending less money than I thought. But I'm about to head home and just do some work for the day, and then we're gonna go out tonight, which yeah, I decided that I'm actually gonna go out because I feel like if I were to stay in on like the last warm day that we're probably gonna have in a while, I would just be like FOMO. FOMO would be like circling around my head. So I'm gonna go out tonight.
It looks.
You guys, it's currently only 9 o'clock at night. We just finished dinner and we just left Sephora because she had to beat her face real quick for tonight's festivities.
I didn't really do all that, you know.
Doesn't she look? She's not bad. Right? It's giving. It's giving.
Stop at you.
Anyways, it's so early, but we're gonna head there. It starts. It starts at 9, but we're just gonna go because it's kind of cold outside and I don't feel like walking around. Also, I'm wearing heels, been walking around all day, so yeah, let's have a good time tonight, guys. Hey guys, happy Sunday. I literally just got back from the gym, so that's probably why I look sweaty and gross right now, but I did not check in with you guys at all yesterday, so I figure I would hop on here really quick. Yesterday I was on a date for most of the day, so of course I did not vlog at all. I think the only thing that I spent like during the date was just the $275 for the train, so that's $550. I've honestly lost track of how much I spent this week. This week was an abnormal week for spending for me. I have spent way more money than I usually do, but it is getting colder, which means I'll likely be leaving my apartment like less and less as it gets colder and colder. But this past weekend was like, I feel like one of the last warmer weekends we'll have in the city, so I was taking advantage of that and like going to parties, going out to eat. So I was doing a lot this week, and I ordered some stuff off Amazon, which I just picked up, and I'm about to run to Target too. So I've definitely been spending more than usual. Like, I go out to eat a lot, but this week I feel like I was going out to eat like every day, and that is outside of the norm. So I got invited to eat at a Thai restaurant, to have a comped meal at a Thai restaurant in exchange for reviewing the restaurant, and I'm really excited about it. The restaurant looks really, really good, and like, it took me a while to like warm up to Thai food because my first experience with Thai food was not that great. But yeah, they invited me and a +1, so my aunt and I are gonna have dinner in the city tonight. Not me selling my soul for a meal. Oh my god. It was so freaking good, you guys. Like I said, my experiences with Thai food have been hit or miss. Thai food is like amazing in general, but as a really picky eater whose taste buds are not as adventurous as most people, I have trouble finding things that I like, but this Thai restaurant was so good. The vibes were immaculate, service amazing, 10 out of 10, highly recommend. It was so good. For dessert, I tried fried ice cream for the first time. I did fried vanilla ice cream, and when I tell y'all, that was like the most wonderful thing I've ever put in my mouth. So if you're ever in Upper East Side and you're looking for a place to eat, Buo Thai, highly recommend. That about wraps it up for this vlog. It was supposed to be a what I spend in a week, and honestly you guys, I kind of lost track because I was spending so much. Like I said, this was an off week for me. I usually don't spend this much money in a week. I'm very frugal. My friends call me Frugal Franny for a reason. I do not like spending money, but I was out and about, didn't work this week, so I just had nothing but free time on my hands, and free time equals spending money. So that's what happened. I'm gonna do another what I spent in a week because you guys really liked the first one. I feel like this one was a little bit more chaotic because I did lose track of my spending amidst filming this. So I'm gonna do another one and it's gonna be way more organized than this one. So stay tuned. Anyways, if you guys made it throughout this whole video, shout out to you. As always, thank you guys for watching and I will catch you in the next video. Bye! 'Cause I'm not just a pretty girl.